All right. I'm gonna wait a minute, let a few people catch on right quick, so we can get on this thing about this child support thing. Welcome, welcome. My name is Zay McMilhouse, the Texas Paralegal Guy, and this is my new YouTube channel because yeah, I'm sorry.
Welcome. My name is
I
Zay
had to
McMilhouse.
I had to take that down just to make sure we were streaming correctly this time. Um, we're gonna talk about the child support issue, the thing that you all keep on thinking that these gurus got an answer and a solution for it. So we're gonna see if they do have an answer and a solution for it. Okay, and this is what I'm gonna do here. I know y'all see a little box right there. I just want to see y'all see my screen behind me. So here I am right here. So you can see important information that's on the screen, but I'm right here. So I hope you can see me. My monitor just a little bit back behind me, but you should be able to see me pretty good. I'm gonna wait till a few people get on, and I'm gonna start back making my videos on the regular. I know y'all probably just going, man, where's Texas Paralegal Guy? My old channel, I took my old channel down because it had information from the People's Note and the Official People Note, which is when I first started my YouTube channel, and it had information. People was trying to go there and say, well, how do I get to the People's Note, and how do I get to the Official People's Note? So I said, well, I can't do that for you right now. I can't bring that site back up. I mean, I could, but it's a lot of information on there that I took it in and just went and made the globalcommunicationent.org website, and also got the Texas Paralegal Guy website. It's still available for you. We're still building on it. We're gonna put a lot of this download stuff inside here for you, so that way you can know exactly what the information you're getting. So let me see if I can bring up a site for you before we go over to this document. And if you're getting a document from any kind of guru, make sure you get it to me. This is my Facebook page right here. Make sure you give me a copy of that document you got from the guru so we can check it out. And I'll show you how we're going to do that. And as you all start to come back on again to the new channel, make sure you like, subscribe to the page, thumbs up the video. If you're a hater, go ahead and leave your comment. And we like haters, so go ahead and leave your comment. And if your comment is lying about something, of course, we're going to make sure that we get your stuff taken down. So it's like that. That's just the way it is. All right. So don't come here trying to be big boys on the keyboard on the computer. Don't come here doing that now. Don't try to be no big boy, be a computer gangster now. Because you come here, I'll try to get your stuff taken down in a hurry. All right. So right here, this stuff. You remember the old site from TexasParalegalGuy.org? I just redid it a little bit so you can see a little bit. It's not ready for registration just right now, because we're still putting downloads in here, which I'm going to show you what we're going to be putting inside this website so you can get there. Now remember, the membership site is globalcommunicationent.org. So let me go ahead and open that for you right quick so you won't get it confused. Say, I tried to register for the Texas Paralegal Guy site. It said the registration is not available. Okay then, well, that's the main reason why. Because I haven't made it be able to register yet till you get enough downloads on that, especially for the child support stuff, which is what you're going here for today. Child support. I'm just tired of hearing people saying that they got solutions for this and they don't. And I know they don't because I checked their case law inside the paperwork. I check it inside Westlaw. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Okay. Now this is right here is the membership website. This is globalcommunicationsent.org. It's short for Global Communication Entertainment. Okay. This is the website where you're gonna where you come here to get all your information you need as far as your membership. The site will tell you everything about what we do here. Hold up, it's froze on me for a minute. So there we go. All right. So this is the site right here. The only thing you got to remember, you're gonna register right here. Remember your username and password. When you come back to log in, you click log in right here, and you put your username and password. Okay. That's all you have to do. This tells you a little bit about what we do here on this main page of globalcommunicationent.org. And if you want to leave a message right here, I can make sure you say you leave a message inside. I'm just gonna say hey to everyone, so you know that I am in the chat. Hey to everyone. There you go. So you know I'm inside the chat doing the thing. So right here is well, we'll get some up-to-date pictures for our staff and the people that's working with us. We'll get the up-to-date pictures for that. And these are the services, the the documents you needed for all services, okay? And we have all those. Of course, you got Westlaw, FBI, SecureParty.store, YouTube channel. Then we also got our radio stations, SBCHipHopLeader.com and ZFM, the super big station. That's our address right down here. This is the site you want to join for the membership. Now, why is this freezing on me? I don't know, but this is the site. So this is the information right here. This number is for new members only. Once you become a member, do not dial this number again. You will be terminated, and we're probably going to eliminate the numbers and let it go all to one person. So again, that's the membership site. This is the site that we're putting together right now for Texas Paralegal Guy. It's going to have all the downloads to everything that you're going to need on there. This is where you're going to get your information from. Of course, I'm a member of the American Bar Association. That's my number, 0573-7194. I'm also doing training in the Texas State Bar Association. So you got an idiot that said that I'm not registered with the state bar, as if I have to. I don't have to register with any state bar. I can take classes at any state bar that I want to learn the law system in. Okay, so right now that registration button doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we did. Let me go ahead and X out this box. It doesn't work right now because we're not taking the registration on this site. All right. So let's go back over to, hold on a second. Let me check my YouTube setting, make sure we're still in there. Okay, well, it's telling me, oh, not receiving enough. Yeah, right. And we live streaming like a big dog. They tripping. All right. All right, so now also on our website, if you try to log in, you have an issue. Normally, Mr. Chris will be on here. I will be on here. We have another couple live help people that will be on here to help you out. So this is our live help right now. So we got one person online, which is me, on the website right now. You can leave a message like these people have, and also you can go and see that if you have active chats, it'll be right there. Okay, so the one person that's online right now is probably just me. So you on live with the live help, and it'll help you go through it because right here the live help is right here. So if you need any help, you can always hit that button right there. It'll bring us up in live help to help you right there. Okay, I always try to stay logged on when I'm on the computer, so make sure you got the live help, Texas Paralegal Guy website right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to what you hear, because you know I don't like to keep you too long with stuff, so I want to hurry up and get to it. So let's get to it. All right. So first, let's go to, before we get to this part here, it's called a quick check in Westlaw. I want to bring up the document that, let's do this first. Let's do this over here. All right, so I'm gonna bring up this document. I got a stack of documents from a guy that sent it to me, a member who sent me these documents about child support. He said he got from some other people, and he also got these documents right here from concerning child support. Okay, now this is all concerning child support and child support issues. Okay, that's what he sent. He sent me. He got from the other gurus. All right, so I looked at the documents, and what I do with these documents when I get them is I take them and I put them inside Quick Check. Now, what Quick Check is, this document I just got, I'm gonna pull up on the screen in just a minute. It was a document called the demand to vacate the support order. So I put it inside Westlaw. Okay, let me bring this back over here right quick. Hold on, give me a second. 1 second, it's kind of freezing on me. I think I got a lot of windows open. So, give me a second. All right, get on back over here. There you go. All right. Okay. So inside Westlaw, they have a Westlaw Edge has a quick check. And what the quick check was, I'm gonna go back to show you exactly what I did so you can see for yourself. It has a quick check of the documents, okay? So let's go right here to quick check, and I also could have checked it over there with the report. But I want to show you this because I wanted you to see for yourself when you get documents for these gurus, okay? So that right there was the quick check. The quick check right there. All I do is take, so it's the opponent's work or check my work. I like to say check opponent's work. And so what you do is you simply do what I just did with this document, but we're gonna go back to it. This document right here, you just drag this document, for example, you drag this document, say if you want to look at this one, you take this document and you just drag it and drop it in there. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, if I want to do that, just drop it in there. That's all you do. And it give you a report on it. So I just did the demand for the support order, so I'm going to do that again, just so you all can see what I just done, okay? All right, so let's do this again. Now we're going to drop it in here. It's going to analyze this document. We're going to come back and look for all the case law. If you see any red or yellow or any kind of case law that's got a red or yellow flag by it, it is negative. It gets negative treatment in the court system. It's not going to get you nowhere. So the people that's designing these documents for you might not be aware that the case that they're stating their documents are old, outdated, antiquated even. So they don't have any idea that they're not using, you know, they have the idea of what to do, but they don't understand that they're using outdated stuff, and it probably wasn't a good law at the time that was presented anyway. So people they search for stuff, they just go grab the first thing they see. You know what I'm saying? First thing they see, they go and grab it, and they don't even research it or don't know how to research it themselves. So that's what I'm here to do, to make sure they can research it themselves and get a solution for the child support fraud, because it's what you're here for in the first place, right? The child support fraud. So we're gonna let Westlaw Edge and the Westlaw get that. If you're fighting child support, Westlaw has as account that help fathers who's trying to get custody of the kids. You can get that one. Of course, I got the paralegal version of Westlaw. So yours probably not gonna have as many documents as mine, but nevertheless, you can fight against parent alienation. You can fight against them and have custody with your kids, have visitation with your kids, or whatever you're trying to enforce. You have a right, the right and the guarantee to visitation of your child. And it's as simple as that. If they don't like it, hey, they made the court system. We just navigate in it, okay? We're not trying to, we're not trying to necessarily change the system, but we just navigating through it. Just navigate through it, just so they can have a general idea that we ain't the ones to, just gonna lay down and let them do whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing right now. We're doing this quick analysis. It's taking a minute, of course, because I've already done it once, so that's probably why it's taking a long time. I've already done it once, so you're probably doing the same document again. Doesn't generally take this long. I think because I'm streaming live on YouTube, it's probably the main reason why it's probably taking this time doing it. But nevertheless, we're gonna wait it out for a minute, because this is worth finding out if you have good case law for these documents these gurus give you, because that's the problem. These gurus, I can help you with child support. We can help this get away. You can send them your money and you'll never hear from them no more. That's what lawyers do. You know what I'm saying? Lawyers take your money. Can't find a paralegal to help them, so they just don't do anything, because they know that you're not going to file nothing to stop them from doing it. You don't know anything about sanctions, so you're not going to do anything about that. So they know they're going to get away with it until they run across a big dog. Yeah, okay. So as you see, it said deleting the document from the system, so I can let you know. So we're gonna take a look at this. Remember, this is the demand for vacated support order, and I got this document from someone who got it from a guru who said that their documents this document always work. They claim that it always work. That's what I heard. So I mean, this from the set of documents I got right there. They say it always works, so we're gonna find out, is it worth you to look into that, okay? In the meantime, I'm gonna find some beats to play in the background, so y'all won't have to hear none of this you know, just silent in the background. So I normally would have some of my beats playing in the background. Anyway, just so you know, it will have this quietness. And you can hear the AC in the background, of course. Okay, so now as you can see, this screen is pulled up right here. Okay, you see this screen. All right. Now we're gonna close this out right here, and I'm gonna show you the first case that they mentioned concerning and if you're watching this after the fact, you know, I have this video on the front page of Texas Paralegal Guy, so you can go back and visit it. Also, if you're your first time here, go ahead and like, subscribe, give this video the thumbs up, leave your comments, because I love to read your comments. So leave your comments, haters and supporters too. Haters, hey, go ahead and do your thing, because that's what you do. Respect you to come in hating, because you know darn well that you ain't got no access to Westlaw. So I expect you to hate on it. Okay, I expect you to. I don't think you're gonna do anything different besides what y'all do. All right, so let's jump back on to this right quick. All right, so the first thing they mentioned inside that case that they was on, that they put in that document that someone sent me from one of these gurus. Okay, we're gonna open that back up right quick, and I'm gonna let you see what I mean when I say, are you sure you want to file that document? When you hear me say that, you know that's gonna be an issue. You sure you want me to file that document? You sure you want to file that document? Because I ain't gonna file no fraud stuff. Okay. All right. So the demand for vacate, we're gonna pull up that actual document. All right. We're gonna put it over here. Let me see what we got it. There we go. All right. So let's go here. Got this document from some guru, some member of our organization sent it to me from a guru. It says a notice and demand to vacate support order, Federal Rule 60B for demand judicial review. Claimant, petitioner, respondent. Okay, so it said the intention of these pleadings are called demand to vacate support order are to be presented to an administrative or judicial actor by the clerk's office after receiving the pleadings, whether by hand delivery or by delivery by USPS. The pleadings are for a remedy to a support order made in violation of due process and equal protection of the law. Okay, now the document itself, the structure of the document is not even correct, so you know that. So we're gonna straighten that out. Okay, and here is our case they put in here: Supreme Court of the United States, Caperton versus A.T. Massey Coal Company Incorporated. Then also Toomey in Ohio, 273 U.S. 510, 523. And they list these cases inside here. We know about the 4D court. It doesn't have any jurisdiction to hear a case or render anything, because all 4D courts have magistrate judges and judicial officer, which is the very first part of this document, which is correct right here. By the magistrate, judicial officer in some state. They're not district judges that are elected or to the position. So now this case right here, Hoke versus Henderson. Henderson right here, 15 NC 1-1833 is what they say. Now they say further rights. It says right here, further rights. Guaranteed by United States Constitutional Bill of Rights cannot be deprived by any state child support laws or statutes that's guaranteed under the 14th Amendment. The courts have commonly held that rights guaranteed by the United States Constitution, the law of the land, cannot be deprived by the state statutes. Okay, and this is what the case they use right here. Hoke versus Henderson. Okay, that's one of the cases. So they brought this case up again. Right here is another case right here. Some more cases right inside here. Some more case laws. They brought in a lot of stuff inside here that they claim that they're trying to state that their stance on the child support is correct from basis from all these 30 pages now. Okay. All right, so let's go back. Remember I told you that the name of the cited case they put in here, the first one was Hoke versus Henderson. Or they may say Hoke versus Henderson, okay? All right, it's right there's Hale versus Henkel, and then Hoke versus Henderson. See right there where it says key site red flag, severe negative treatment is what you see on there. See that? It's been treated negatively. Same thing with Hale versus Hinkle. And this is 1906. This is 1903. It was overruled by Mayo versus Ellington in 1903. It was overruled. So this case is not, it's relevant. Okay? You shouldn't even be using this case no more at all, period. So that's the main reason why you have to check your case law. So that was overruled. Let's see if we can open this up in a new tab and see what was the case that overruled it, okay? Let's go over here right quick. Okay, so it's appeal. Judgment for the defendants. Oh, it's overruled because of judgment by the defendant. So the best thing about doing this is that you can get the original image right here. The Supreme Court of North Carolina, of course. So we're going to take a look at that, see what it's overruled by, and now you kind of get an understanding of how research works, okay? Oops, I can't download them, so I got to go see it inside the practical law. I got to see it in practical law. So this gives you a little bit about it, about what happened with the case. There's the opinion right here. Justice O'Connor. So by using that case that they put inside there, it's good evening to you too, World Peace 72. Thank you. Good seeing you, brother. Also, bro, I'm just trying to get this channel back together like it was on the original one. So I'm gonna be doing more videos, but answering more questions and getting people introduced to Westlaw. So thank you for joining me. Also, let all your friends know. Share it on your social media. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you got. Share it. Send a link to your friends. Let's get it back together over here, because the gurus are winning. Okay, so right over here again, like I said before, these are a whole bunch of case laws concerning this case right here in North Carolina, and they state a whole bunch of cases inside here concerning the contract. So that means that that case that was mentioned in that document is invalid because it was overruled, and you saw that yourself. So let's go back to that. Let's go back to that right here. See, it was overruled right here on December 2nd, 1983, and this was did in 1883. So this case is irrelevant. So when you go back to the document that the guru presented to you all, the demand for the vacate, you got to erase this. You got to erase this out of here because this case has been overruled already in 1903. So that was 70 years later. This case has been overruled. So this, when they look this case law up with the Office of the Attorney General, when they the 4D court, when they go and get a paralegal like myself and go there and look this case up, they're going to see it's got negative treatment right there. Severe negative treatment. That's from that case. Same thing with Haley versus Hinkle. It's overruled by Murphy versus Waterfront Commission on New York Harbor in June the 5th, 1964. So, same thing with Ex parte Seaball right here. The obligation recognized by Brown versus the Davenport in 2022. That just happened, April. So this case itself has negative treatment. Okay, but this right here, Brown versus Davenport, just happened this year. So that's another case you might want to look into, and that's what I like about Westlaw again. You see right here showing you negative treatment on this case. Okay, Board versus U.S. rejected by Warden MD Penitentiary versus Hayden. So it's rejected. Same thing with Board right here. It's got negative treatment. Delo versus Lachey right here. It's got overruled. It's a risk of being overruled because you see that right there, that little caution sign. It's a risk of being overruled. Anyway, and this case started in 1993. The overruling risk is Ring versus Arizona. So if you state this case inside your document, it's going to probably be overruled with this case in 2002, because this case was filed in 1993. Also, Ring versus Arizona is right there. So that's telling you about the Ring versus Arizona case. Okay, Melendez, I will say that right, Melendez versus Klein. Look right here to see the yellow flag. It has negative treatment. It's implied overruled and recognized by Brennan versus Stewart inside the Fifth Circuit of Texas on January 7, 1988. So this has a risk of being overruled if you mention this case. Okay, in the case that we saw earlier, U.S. versus outdoor cultivating equipment with high-tech indoor garden supply. Right here is disagreed with by U.S. versus 1966 Ford Mustang. The shell only was in there. Was just probably just the document showing a little information about it. But that's another document, another case they put in there. So look at that document and look what they put inside the demand for support. When they went down here, they used what? What was the case again? Let me find it. Right here. Violation of due process ab initio from the beginning. Said United States versus the indoor cultivating equipment for high-tech indoor garden supply. They mentioned that case right here. Now we're going to go back to that case. That has a negative treatment on it. So why would you want to add that into your case law? It's got a negative treatment. It even says it right here, a negative treatment. And they disagree with by U.S. versus 1966 Ford Mustang. And this case was filed in 1995, 1996. They disagreed with it, with this case. So Tucker versus the City of Montgomery Board of Commissioners, negative treatment right there. It's just telling you, these are 10 years plus. Okay, this 1976 case. And in regards to Winship, this have negative treatment on it. And also not followed as Dicta Rogers versus State, so it's not even, you don't have to even use it. You can't use that at all. Also, Young versus U.S. X-Rail, what's that? He said Vuitton. I forgot he said Vuitton. It sounds like Louis Vuitton, right? Vuitton is how you said it. Okay, Vuitton at failed S.A. Vuitton, right? Not followed by state law grounds. People versus Vasquez on 2006. So this case in 1987 is irrelevant because it didn't follow the state law grounds. Okay, so negative treatment. Bearden versus Georgia, same thing, negative treatment. Declined to extend in 2022. That just happened, July, August, September. That just happened. So someone used this in the case and they declined to extend it. So it doesn't make any difference. We can go through everything and what happened in the case, but it just happened 2 months ago. This have negative treatment. Port Terminal Warehousing Company versus James S. Jones Company. Negative treatment is declined to extend. Same thing. U.S. versus Henley, which is the same thing they do. They tell you what it's for. Now Mackey versus what's this? Montrim. Negative treatment also has been declined by Fowler versus Benson in the 6th Circuit of Michigan, May 18, 2019. So 3 years ago. Same thing here. You see those yellow flags or red flags, you just don't use the case. And that's what these people had. They even had Toomey versus State of Ohio inside there. All negative treatments. And this is the one right here that's still open in 1976. They tell you the depth of the discussion. The Court of Appeals in Oklahoma, that's the one that don't have any treatment. Or don't have anything under that. So that's what you got to do. Now the quotation analysis is what I like also. Because the quotation analysis will tell you where the case came from. So they mention Ex parte Seaball 100 U.S. 371 and 376-377. So they're telling you the differences between what was quoted in the document and what was over here. So if you want to use this case, you have to copy all of this over to where the case law you mentioned in your document, the correct one, which would be this one. This would be the correct one. All right, on this side. Now you also can see the full document right here. Okay. They also quoted something for Board versus U.S. You see what it's got. You see what it says. Key site red flag, severe negative treatment. That means don't even use this one at all. From 1886, don't even use this. It's irrelevant. It's got a red flag. Red flag is like a warrant. Okay, this one also got a yellow flag. Remember we saw that earlier. U.S. versus indoor cultivation equipment. Okay, U.S. versus, see, same thing. Indoor cultivation equipment, negative. Burden versus Georgia, I show you that. It's got a negative treatment. Tucker versus the county, city of, what's the city of Montgomery Board of Commissioners, negative. Bell versus Burson, negative. See, may become essential in the pursuit of a livelihood, may become essential in the pursuit of a livelihood. Okay, and suspension of license of issues license thus involves state action that adjudicates important interests of the license. In such cases, the license are not to be taken away without the procedural due process required by the 14th Amendment. So this case also involved with if you got your driver's license suspended for not paying child support, you need to call me for sure and hurry up and get your driver's license back. Don't sit there and let them tell you got to pay some money to pay some fiat dollars to get your driver's license back. If you ain't call me to get your driver's license back, then yeah, you're gonna end up paying on fiat dollars because you're a U.S. citizen and you don't know that they can't suspend your driver's license to take away a privilege for child support, because child support is only enforceable if you are agreeing to the terms of the contract, which is basically ex parte, how they get your social security number, why they got to see if you the father of the kid, why they got to send you something to pay, all that stuff. If you agree with all that, then that's the only way they get away to suspend your license, because you are admitting to being the name in capital letters and using the social security number. So you still a U.S. citizen, so they can just do whatever to you, okay? Really, they can. Mackey versus Mottram right there. Also, Motram, I think you said Motram. Young versus XREL, Baton, E.T. Fields, S.A., and the rest of the document, see the demands for vacate order. It's quotations from the documents, okay? So you know not to use these cases because we already just went through that. Not to use these cases at all, okay? And this other stuff they got from the document. Now this document, the document I'm showing you is the so-called guru. I think his name a long time ago. I forgot his name. He said that I was using his documents inside my service. Some guy, he's an ex-police officer. He do child support now, saying that I stole his documents. Dude, I don't want to use this crap. Like I said before, I don't want to use this because this is what I do. They got a lot of good evidence. They just got the wrong case law inside here. So I don't use someone else's case law. If you send me a document that looks like this here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do like I just did. I'm going to import it into Westlaw, and I'm going to let Westlaw tell me what it needs to do, like I just did with that document. Okay, so I don't use no one's. I use my own research for this. Okay, table of authorities are right here. Okay, I got to keep moving around on here anyway, because if you don't, it'll just log you out, and I got to go back to where I'm at before. If you see the yellow flags right here, you know that says, look right there, negative treatment. I'm going to leave it on there for a second so you can see it yourself. All right? It says negative treatment on this case. So if it's got negative treatment on this case, why would you accept a document from someone who's not a paralegal or an attorney and not research this yourself? Why would you take a document? You pay somebody $400 or $500, $1,000 to give you a document. The case law is irrelevant. So why would you do that? You want to go to a legal profession. That's why I suggest you getting a licensed attorney. If you can find one with a license, get a licensed attorney, or get a good attorney who has a good paralegal. Not just me, but just anybody who has a good paralegal, okay? All right? So, Burden versus Georgia, it says right there, it is definite negative treatment on there because it's a yellow flag. Also, Bell versus Burson is negative. Boyd versus U.S., they use this all the time. Right here, it's got severe negative treatment because it's a red flag. Burns versus State of Ohio. All these cases that they mentioned, look at that. Hokie versus Henderson. Hale versus Hinkle. Ex parte Seabold. All these cases all have negative flags on, besides this one, Van Wart at Cook, filed in 1976. They're still in the Court of Appeals in Oklahoma, so I'm pretty sure they're going to resolve that eventually. But all these cases that was mentioned in this document that we got from the so-called guru who said I was using his information are everything inside this document is false. Every single case law he put inside this document has been overruled, overturned, has a negative treatment on it. So why would you go and file this document with someone inside the 4D court? Somebody, it can be a paralegal just got out of school. can research these cases and know for a fact that every single thing that you got inside this document is not case law that they can actually say that they're going to throw out their child support case. Why would they do that? Everything you got inside here is all fraudulent. Every single case law you got inside here is fraudulent. So they don't have to pay no attention to that. So how do you get around that? Look at that. Toomey versus Ohio. You saw that had a negative impact on there. Okay, now you saw U.S. 787. What's this? Young versus U.S. X-Rail Vuitton. I show you that case. Negative treatment. Ward versus the village of Monroe, Ohio. Negative. Every last one he's got a negative. So why would you want? Why would a guru? This cat, I forget his name. Used to be a police officer. Said he do child support now. I forget his name. He said he think that I stole his documents and I'm using his documents to help people with child support. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't use none of this crap. All this stuff is garbage. And it's just the rest of the documents that he got. I mean, I'm talking about garbage, LeBron James type garbage. You know what I mean when I say garbage? I mean, they overpay him to lose. So, you know, that's what I don't do here. I don't lose. So these are the documents I got from the cats. And I take each one of these documents that y'all send me for any guru. I take any one of these documents inside here and I run them through Westlaw. And Westlaw tell me what's wrong with it, and I take it and I correct it. If it's not something that if it's always dead, like this document is right here, this demand for dismissal was based off of all fraudulent cases. All these cases right now have been overturned. There's no way in the world I would ever use this for any kind of case law for a case that I'm working on that I'm trying to win. I wouldn't even use that at all. As you can see again, these have negative treatment besides this one, Van Wart versus Cook from 1976 in Oklahoma. So I think they're still in the Court of Appeals. You're probably going to look it up and see what it is on there. So all these cases, now out of 22 cases, 20 of them, 21 of them, all have negative treatment on them. One of them is threatening to be overturned right there. Negative treatment for a risk of overruling risk. So why in the hell would I want to use a case law on a document? Because the guy said I'm using his documents to help people with child support. Your documents is garbage. So why would I want to do something like that? That's crazy. So the intention of this limited demand to vacate pursuant Rule 60B to prove something, whatever it is that no recommendation for this case, but it also can take you to this here. And I can always go back to that page. So, in the Court of Appeal of North Carolina in December 2020, the plaintiff challenged the statute that denied her a domestic violence protective order on the basis that her dating relationship was with a person of the same sex wasn't as applied challenge to the statute under the 14th Amendment due process and equal protection clauses rather than a facial challenge. Statute had important applications that did not violate constitutional right of person in an opposite sex relationship, including protecting them from domestic violence through the issuance of a DVPOS. They reversed the trial court's decision, so that decision was reversed. Yeah, reversed and remanded. So I'm pretty sure that the petitioner got that protecting order. Got their protection order. So that's what happened in that situation. And this happened in December 2020. Okay? That's for that case right there. Now, declaration of facts. Right here. It's a motion to dismiss right here from 2016. The district court refused to vacate a void order constitute a per se abuse of discretion. Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 55C. Now, even if the event of the default against a defendant was not void on jurisdictional grounds, a court can still vacate it under general good cause principles applicable to motion to vacate a default judgment on the same Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 55C. So this was the motion to dismiss. The movement at the trial was the defendant. So this recommendation relates to the text found in the analyzed document. Therefore, this court has no discretion but to vacate the support order. And they say on the Rule 60B, is subject to abuse of discretion if a judgment is void, as it per se abuse of discretion to a district court to deny movement's motion to vacate a judgment That's the same case right here they use right here. It said United States versus cultivating equipment for you know that's wrong because you know they had a negative treatment on it. A judgment is void and should be vacated pursuant to Rule 60 B4 if the court that rendered the judgment acted in a manner inconsistent with due process law. But they didn't. The court did not because this case right here is invalid. It's been overruled. So the court did not act in abuse of their discretion at all. You should have been. You should look more to do the case on the federal rules of civil procedure 55C. It's where you should have been looking for instead of trying to do it on a Rule 60B, because the case that you mentioned did not even win under the Rule 60B. So it don't make any sense. The motion denied right here for United States Court of Appeals, 7th Circuit in 2016, Tradewell International versus U.S. United Central Bank, same thing, but the United Central Bank right here, and the outcome provider received notice and opportunity to be heard. So the synopsis of it is they used that same case right here, which you put in that document. They didn't use in theirs. I'm pretty sure they didn't. So this got something to do with hotel furnishing and stuff like that. So these are other cases. Now these are cases that they didn't even, they didn't even mention. But here's another one that has a negative treatment right here. Motion was denied. Reversal trial court's decision. Inside here, the guy that made that document said it comes now one of the people demand to vacate void judgments. And as you can see in this in 1983 action by a prison inmate against correction officers, district court lacked personal jurisdiction over officer, requiring vacation of court's denial of officer's motion to set aside default judgment on the basis that underlying default judgment was void. Service upon the officer was never properly affected, insomuch as the service of the complaint and summons was sent to the officer's former address. So 42 USCA 1983 Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 60B. So it's lack of jurisdiction is what they're claiming. They using 60B, saying that the case can be dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. No, it's not going to work if you're using this as your case law. It's not going to work. Okay, it's not going to work at all. Right here, that case was vacated and remanded. Said the Court of Appeals held that the district court did lack personal jurisdiction over the officer. So the United States District Court of Northern District of Indiana, Robert L. Miller, J. denied the motion. Also appealed. The Court of Appeals held that the court lacked personal jurisdiction over officers, vacated and remanded. So I guess the officer appealed it, and it got reversed and sent back to the court. Brown versus Walker, you don't have to look at it. It's got a yellow flag on it. Okay. All conclusive presumptions by this entity or agent addressing this judicial review and demand for dismissal. Okay. Brown versus Ohio Transportation, 1978. The highest level outcome upheld appellate court's decision. So it said the outcome was upon the truck driver's appeal, the Court of Appeals, Bragmont J. held that a prospective juror who stated that he himself had been suffering for years from the result of an accident was improperly excused for. And that's what it was what it was, that it was affirmed in a way. So I can download this case and give you all a copy of it, of course, inside the download section on Texas Paralegal Guide. So you can read the same exact cases, but I'm only gonna give you the cases that won, okay, not the cases that lost. So that way, if you get those documents, if you don't see the cases I give you inside TexasParalegalGuide.org download section, then you know you can't use it. You shouldn't use it. How about that? Motley versus Taylor in March 2020, a motion to dismiss. The motion was granted. Okay, so this is about protect indigent defendants from imprisonment, which is the motion was granted. So somebody's filed a motion to dismiss, and the motion was granted, and they put in this information from the analyzed document, the Brody versus Connect. All these are negative. You know that because you saw the negative treatment of them. So the background of it is, I saw this case before too. The motion to dismiss was granted because this person had suspension of his driver's license for not paying a traffic ticket, and then they didn't determine if he refused to pay or he had the ability to pay. So the motion was dismissed. The motion was granted to dismiss this case of Motley versus Taylor. So that's what you have to do when you're researching. So this is due process cases right here. You see this flag right here? This flag say appeal notification. I mean, this is on appeal right now since 2020. So you take this case and look at the appeal process of it and see if it's something that you can, get out of it or whatever while it's on appeal. This has a negative treatment, so you don't want to use this. Same thing with the case earlier. You don't want to use this. The Dean versus Town of Hempstead. This is filed in 2021 in January. So the motion to dismiss. This been since the last 2 years, as you can see right here. So this is another case you can use right now because it's still inside the trial. But I'm pretty sure that if I look at the details of it, they probably gonna win their case because if this is in Texas, let's see. No, this is where is that? Oh, New York. So Hempstead, New York. So it said, let me show the synopsis of it. How about we do that? Commercial property owners brought civil action against the town and county officials alleging Antalya 1983 claims for violation of freedom of speech. Okay, so this has something to do with adult industry stuff. I saw this before, and I think this one right here has something to do with the freedom of speech, adult industry. Yeah, that's right. I read these before, and the motion was granted. So that's what you have to do when you looking at these at the stuff that you're trying to research. You can't just take any documents from some guru and just start filing inside the courtroom. How do you know you ain't filing something that's gonna put you in jail? Okay. Okay. Here's the brief and memorandum. Most of these gonna be out of my plan, but it's an example of the cases that was filed inside. If it's out of my plan, I gotta go get it in practical law. Secondary sources are right here, the same thing. And this is where I come to also, and then all the recommendations. But right here, intention of a lengthy demand. See, the tenure and employment rights in general, resignation, resignation and forfeiture of office. A trial rule 60, relief from judgment or order. This is the first thing you got to read right here. And then private papers. Okay, right here, the trial rule 60, relief from judgment or order. The second thing you should be getting is because this is not an all-conclusive presumption by the entity or address, so you don't need that. In a civil action, proceedings not otherwise provided by act of Congress, or the regulation by procedural due process after selected incorporation. Content of instructions, reasonable doubt, and presumptive presumptive innocence. So financial sanctions and right to fairness in the criminal justice system. Okay, I'll probably give you that one too. That was in May 2022. As you see, that was updated. This was in November 24, my birthday, 2021. Okay, and this one right here was access to justice right here. This court must not condition access to judicial hearing on prepayment of fines or fees. You need this one, and you need this one. Access to the Court of Fundamental Rights, also updated on May 2nd, 2022. See, this is the one I was just clicking on before I got ready to make this video. Due process challenger. It's a document that shows you how to challenge everything concerning due process and how to get your driver's license back. Okay? Now, courts must safeguard against, I'm sorry, I was supposed to read that. Courts must not use arrest warrants or license suspension as a means of coercing payments of court debts. That's for anything. That's including child support. It's a court debt. Okay? So, yeah, I reviewed that recently. The driver's license, same thing. The right, courts must safeguard against unconstitutional practices by court staff and private contractors. The 4D court is private contractors, people. Okay? The 4D court is private contractors. That's what they are. Court staff is everybody that's in the clerk, the court coordinator, the judge, well, the administrator, because he's not a judge. A normal judge is just administrator. So secondary source right here said a right to fair decisional process and impartial decision maker, a right to impartial judge, and then due process. That's the end of that. So all the recommendations right here is what I click on, and this is what it shows you. All the recommendations you're going to need if you want to try to make that document correct. You got 5 cases right here that's got negative treatment. This one is the motion was denied. This one right here is 2000. Oh boy, I don't know why I'm falling asleep and drinking my tea. Um, so anything that has negative treatment on it as a yellow flag by it, it's no good. You can't use it when you're trying to do that. So this is everything. Now also it's a remember I'm in support of a petition for a writ of habeas mandamus or habeas corpus in the state of Oregon, and I got a whole bunch of writ of habeas corpus for you for the state habeas corpus and federal court habeas corpus in our form builder. Okay, so this is everything that they're showing you the recommendations and how you're going to try to go if you want to go forward with that case. And that's just doing on a quick check. Okay, so now let's go back to Westlaw Edge for a second, and we ain't going to practical law right now. We're going to go over here. We're going to look up this same document and see if we can find a document that's labeled that. Now remember, I was in federal court on that. That was on federal materials. Okay. You know, it's sort of state thing that's on federal materials. Okay. And I just want to show you all I'm still here. I'm right here, y'all. I'm right here. So you all, I'm right here. I don't want you to think it's pre-recorded or something. I'm right here. All right. So let's go. Let's get to it. All right. So let's go to the name. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. The name of the document that we was looking at. No, we don't want to go there right now. All right. So we was looking at this document right here, which was a demand to vacate support order, right? How about we type that in there? How about we type in demand to vacate support order and see what happens? All right, let's see what happens. And see if they even comes up. All right, because I don't think that actually exists. Let's check Texas. Okay, just waiting for this to load up right quick. All right, so when we do that, we see right here in the case of February 2022 child support, wife was not entitled to expenses incurred for child's treatment in out-of-network healthcare facility under support decree. So this is about, these are different ones. Different cases right here concern the same information that we just typed in, demand for dismissal. Okay? So let me all right, hold on, give me a second, y'all. All right. Hope y'all can see it now. Contractors, people. Okay, there you go. I want to make sure y'all was still in there, all right? So, there you go. All right, so these are some negative treatment cases right here. So, original proceeding arises from trial court issuing a temporary child support orders in a suit affecting child-parent relationship that is subject to Uniform Interstate Family Support Act. Relator father of a 9-year-old child who is the subject of the separation of a parent-child relationship contends the court was without, I'm pretty sure you're going to say jurisdiction to hear the case. So that's what I'm saying. When you're looking for those cases, how do they get that case name? How do they get the caption for that case to know that they can use that in that matter? So here's all the briefs, all the trial court documents. In some cases, you got the forms. So if this form that we just searched for is not in there, then that person made that form up. So they made that form up, then that's a chance that it's not even legit. Anyway, all right. So let me go ahead and look and see what they got. Demand to vacate support order in the state of Texas. See what it looks like. Okay. Payroll requirements, contents of the motion. This is the contents of the motion for a suit affecting parent-child relationship. So, vacating the ex parte protection order motion, clarify child support order, enforced by contempt order. I told y'all about the contempt orders now on visitation. If the other parent is not letting you visit the child, you can file a motion to enforce with contempt for visitation, because visitation and child support is separate. The state of Texas is in a way, but you can do whatever you want to do, because it's not legal advice. I'm just saying, if you don't have visitation, you can always file a motion to enforce with contempt for visitation. I did it in my case, and if you need my case number in Harris County, I'll give it to you, and you can look it up. That's what I did. So you're welcome to do whatever you want to do, because can't give you legal advice, but you can work and do whatever you want to do. But that's what I did. Okay. All right, affidavit by the guardian ad litem, you don't even need that. Affidavit by attorney for defendant issuer in support of a motion to stay arbitration and vacate demand for arbitration. Affidavit by attorney you don't need that. Petition or application for appeal. Okay, so now what you're looking at right here is you see that the demand for dismissal, the vacated judgment, it's got to be affidavit by an attorney. So you file those documents, you're not an attorney, not unless you're an attorney in fact. That means that you're a secure party or something like that there. All right, so here's the family code, Appendix A for the family code of Texas Practice Series. Tells you about the support order. The vacating the support order is right here. And the statutory authority for the 40 agents to vacate the support order. So as you notice in that document, it's not the same. That document is not the same as it would be in Texas. It would be different in Texas. So that document it doesn't work in every state, because every state does not have the same statutes and code that governs child support and how to enforce it, or how to arbitrarily get rid of it without arbitration. You know what I'm saying? So vacating the child support review order, statutory authority for the 4D court to vacate it. So let's look at that right quick, just so we can take a look at it for the people that's in this great state of Texas. All right. So this update is July 2022. You see this? Family law in the state of Texas. And it's the statutory authority for 4D agent to vacate the order. And I can download this too. So under the family code, the Title 4D agent may vacate a child support order review at any time before such order is filed with the court. A new negotiation conference with notice to all parties may be then scheduled, or the Title IV agency may make a determination that a child support order review should not be issued, in which case such agency gives notice in that determination. So the idea is, of course, you have to get them off of it. That's the main thing. Over here on the side, the table of contents, so anything else that's related to the child support right here, you can click on it, get more information on the enforcement of child support obligation under Title IV of the Social Security Act. Now you should know that. Now if you don't know about the child support thing on the Social Security 4A Act, then you got a long way to go. Look at Title IV of the Social Security Act and read that. And if you're ready to go forward with handling these thieves and under the 4D court those are regular companies. In other words, they're just regular companies. They collect, they pay taxes, and they got an EIN number just like you do. Okay, when you open up your company, or you open your trust up, they do business in the United States like a regular business. Okay, so this is all the information about it. I can download the document, and I actually what I would do is I would download this document. For instance, I can show you how we do that. Download this document. I download it in Word or PDF, and all I do is take it and upload it to the website. And when you go in there looking for the information, you'll have it right here. You have it. You have all the information you need. See? You have all the stuff that you need inside there. Petition for a writ of certiorari. See, look at all these right here. I mean, it's whatever you kind of need. You probably want to get to a paralegal, and I suggest that you get to a good paralegal. If you don't know one, then I can help you. Okay. All right. I just want to take you through that right quick, just so you can see for yourself that everything inside this document was not case law. So gave this document and thinks somebody's using this, you gotta be kidding me. Whoever's using this is not getting any remedies, not unless the court system is getting that and just not reading it and just go ahead and give it to them, because I just would not. If I was researching the first few cases inside this document, and I saw what I saw, I'd be like, nah, just dismiss it. He ain't gonna be able to go no further. She ain't gonna be able to go no further than that, because this case is fraud. The whole entire document is not even found in here. You can't use this on the federal rule in state court case anyway. You're gonna be filing this in federal court, which is, I know it's fraud anyway. So that's why I want to show you all that. So they said a dude named Rick W. that was going around saying I was using his documents. I was using his documents to help people with child support. I said, man, are you kidding me, man? I mean, I went left field, man. Are you kidding me? That video is on Rumble too. If you want to go check me out, the YouTube channel, the old YouTube videos from 2017 is on Rumble. It's on the Global Communication Entertainment. Search for Texas Paralegal Guy. You'll find a website with all the old videos on there where I talked to him about that. I mean, I actually made a video with him saying something about I'm taking his document, I'm stealing his document. Dude, I don't even use this crap. I'm sick and tired of people sending me crap anyway. So, but this is what the stuff that I have to research to see what we have to do. And I'm just talking about the state of Texas. See how much stuff is in here? This is 504 inside here. You see this? Tell me who you gonna get that's gonna read all this. That's just 100. Still got 6 more pages to go. See, it's a whole lot of stuff that you have to go into research, and that's what some people don't understand. So now that I got you to understand what Westlaw has to offer, the same document you saw, it said quick check, it got negative treatment, and one case, one view delivery recruit. That was it. So, but the rest of them was all bad. Okay, so let's go over to Form Builder, and then I'm gonna disconnect from this video, and then we're gonna talk about how to get rid of fraudulent child support orders in a fraudulent 4D court on the next video. Make sure it is your first time here. Go ahead and subscribe, like the channel, thumbs up the video, leave your comments. Even if you're a hater, leave your comments, hater. We're not gonna worry about you, because I've already proved what I can do to everybody that came over here. So I already proved what I can do. So it's nothing. You trolls and haters is not gonna mess up nothing. You can't do it anyway, because you're a scrub. That's what trolls do. They do scrub stuff. Yeah, I got 2 online radio stations, ZFM, the super big station, and the big dog, SBC hiphopleader.com. So, we super big station. We big everything. You can't do nothing to us, bro. All right, so this right here would be the form builder. So say, for instance, if you hire an attorney and the attorney wanted me to talk to you to see if they want to take your case or not, this is the first document I would get right here. Okay, this is family law case profile. So your case information, but I can build this document, which will put all your information in there. Okay, all the information, children's name, whatever else is left. And then once I build this document, I can email it to the attorney. He gets it, looks at it, look at your case, see if they want to do it. All right. Now this material is not contained in Texas Family Law Practice Manual, and is not a product of the State Bar, because it's probably a product of the American Bar Association. All right, which is probably better. Okay. Well, I ain't gonna say probably better. It is better, because State Bar has got so much stuff they can let you do inside there. So we go to child support right here. So request for issuing or withholding. Now this is, of course, this is on this side. This is on their side. So they're doing it. I'll do Illinois next. World Peace. So notice the application for motion to stay Uh, employer's motion or request for hearing or applicability of withholding. As you can see, it's nothing inside here that's gonna allow you to fight against the child support system. That's the main reason why when you go and grab documents like this here, you need to take out the stuff that's actual facts, look it all up, replace it with real case law, and then submit the document. You can't submit a document like this. I wouldn't even do this at all. So yes, you can see there's nothing inside here that shows on how you can fight against a child support case, except that the mandamus for against the judge or public official, the contempt right here, like I was telling you before, right here. The contempt, a writ of commitment, order for capias and setting the bond. Capias a warrant. Capias also petition for a writ of habeas corpus release adult. You see that? Certification of custody, order granting writ of habeas corpus release adult. That means someone's in jail. Writ of habeas corpus release adult. Appearance bond, a petition for a writ of habeas corpus in trial court in adult. So that's what a lot of this on the contempt side of stuff anyway. So, but inside family law, they got contempt in there. This enforcement of child support right here. Let's click on that. Okay. Motion for a clarification of child support order. See, you probably would need something like this, and then couple it with this document, demand for dismissal if they cannot clarify. You can't use that demand for dismissal by itself because it's what I consider a auxiliary form. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It can't really stand on its own, not unless you're gonna grab one of these documents or something. Say motion for clarification of child support order, motion for enforcement of child support order, which is when you're trying to force something. Let me see. Yeah, that's about it. So that's what you want to do. You want to take another document, like motion for clarification of child support order, and then use some of the language from this demand to vacate. Use some language from here, but not don't use none of the cases. Okay, you got to use one of these documents to start a case. Someone can't make a document up and give it to you and let you go file it. It doesn't work like that. Number one, they got to be a document preparation preparer, and then they also have to be registered with the state, and you want them to have at least Westlaw. Okay, they ain't got Westlaw. I don't know how they gonna help you out. So that's with that. So let's go over to Illinois. What World Peace 72 just said. He said do Illinois. Let's do Illinois. Well, Illinois got a new law coming out that's gonna allow people to actually purge. You know that, right? I'll come down there and get my shoot on down there. They gonna let people start purging down there. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, boy. Alright, so Illinois. Of course, we gotta go to Farm Bill in Illinois because we only got your Lipman's estate plan in here. And business transaction stuff where you want to set your business up, which is what we do here too. So if you need your business set up, your LLC, your C Corp, your S Corp, come see us. We'll help you set up, get your EIN number, set your bank account up, get your trust set up and everything. If you want to get it done, you make sure you come see us. globalcommunicationent.org, or you can send me an email at info@globalcommunicationsent.com. Okay, send me an email, and we'll make sure we get you started. If you want to register on our website, it's globalcommunicationsent.org /register 2, okay, /register 2, the number 2, and register for our website. Only gonna fill out 2 or 3 things, your username, password, that's about it. Alright, so we into family law concerning Illinois. So we go over here to family law. Now this inside this, because I have the access to the forms, but I don't have access to build them, which is mean if it's outside the state of Texas, I got to download the document, find and replace all the information on there, which is why people, attorneys gonna charge, but they don't have access to the state. So let's go with what would you suggest, World Peace, for the search? What you want to search for? It's like I think there. What you want to search for? Tell me what you want to search in. Family enforcement. I mean, in family court. What you want me to search for? What are we looking for? Let me know right quick. I know it's gonna take a little delay. I'm gonna sit there for a minute just so I can make sure we get you in there. All right. My man, thank you. I need this. Okay, tell me what you want me to search for. All right, let's go search for. Let's search for child support. How about we do that? Oops. Okay, we're gonna search child support. See what they got inside here. Can't see the document. Oh, it's on the screen. Okay, let me make sure I'm still alive. It's like I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. Still alive, sir. All right. So in Illinois, you got 2,039 documents in Illinois family law concerning child support. Particular provision, termination of child support. See, this is the first document you should consider. Order, a notice to withhold income for child support with instructions. Checklist to be considered when drafting separation agreement for provision of child custody and support of children. Tax consequence of alimony and child support payments. Increase in support as children attain stated age. I mean, it's all this stuff that you got to research out here if you want to try to do it for child days. Okay, that is what you have to go through. And that's 2039 for Illinois. So can you imagine what attorney would charge you if they have to go, and they're not in the state of Illinois, and they have to go through each one of these documents? Look at that. Sometimes that's why they charge so much, and they pay us so little to do it. You know what I mean? They pay us so little to do it. Alright, let's go to read the bill, see what we got now. Alright, so this doesn't have anything except for the trust documents, which is probably going to need to concerning the family. So you have read the bill of trust documents for Illinois. So that's how for Illinois. It's out those 2039. But it's always a way to get around it though, because this is Westlaw Edge, and you know what I'm saying. It's you can find whatever you want to find inside here. Anything. I'm talking about a writ of habeas corpus, for instance. I just did one for someone. Oops, I keep on hitting the litigation analysis. So this is what it's about. But I can look up any case inside here. In practical law, we can search anything. Let me show you the one. Actually, let me show you this because it won't be fair if I leave you with this video and I don't show you this. Practical law. Let me show you how attorneys. This is why Westlaw makes it so easy to do things. As paralegal attorneys, they make it easy to do things. Hold on, let me turn this off. All right. So inside practical law, which is where I would probably have our intellectual property. Okay, yeah, some LRC and cyber security, which is what I would have did to do it on YouTube that made a video about me stuff. I've been here this cyber security stuff with the FBI. Tell me who he is, filed a lawsuit against him, but he's such irrelevant, I don't even want to talk about him, just irrelevant. Just trying to go out and get props somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see where we went. Not the toolkit, the metal maps. Yeah, thank you for turning it off. Right. So you got short delay. So that's all it is. Commence a lawsuit, practice area. Oh. All right. So these are different practice areas inside. You can go into the form of your lawsuit. Also, I'm looking for always looking for. Well, that's a matter of maps, which is walks you through the whole filing, and they see it's on litigation. That's the course I'm taking. American Bar Association is litigation right now. So most of my stuff is going to be come up on the litigation. All right. Come on. Back to the main page. Thank you. All right. I'm trying to see what I did with my hope y'all still can hear me right. Okay, yeah, still got state laws now. Okay, yeah. State abortion law, which I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, they just popped up and showed me state abortion laws and what this all just comparing the states. I wanted to actually build one and show it to you before I did that. So we're gonna talk about child support on the next video. We're gonna talk about child support, how to enforce it, how to get them to dismiss the fraud for the court system. And we're gonna start talking about the so-called 1099A and 1099C, where you can discharge your debt. You're gonna be gonna look at that too, because a lot of people are saying a lot of stuff that's not necessarily true. Okay, we look into that. I was trying to find my. I don't see it. I think I'm at a. Did I tell it not go to that page when I first get here? Let's see something. I'm gonna show you this. Yeah, I know the video's delayed. I know it. I kind of figured that out. Be about a 30-second delay. So let's say, for instance, if you want to look into, let's say state and local, no, litigation. Let's go litigation. Okay, so knowledge maps we're looking for. And what say, for instance, we want to go to, let's go to the knowledge map and it's a cannabis. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So I'm at my door. Give me 1 second. I hope you can hear me now. All right. So right now, I clicked on the Cannabis Toolkit for the USA National Federal. See what it does is when you choose these, you can choose wherever you want to go with this. Do you see what I'm saying? So right now, I'm opening this whole map up for you. See? Now, how do I go with this? Do I want to go to company policy, startup, and small business collections? You know, where I want to go with that. That's the best thing about having this type of stuff, like consumer marketing, the topics. These are practice notes, FDA regulations of tobacco products, stuff like that. All this stuff comes inside if I want to look up Cannabis Toolkit. Okay? So that's what I'm trying to show you is that it's the same thing in Westlaw. I can download that document and put it in the download section too. But this is the main reason why you have to have someone who has access to Westlaw. Okay, now let's see if you got anything in family court, just to be on the safe side. I think this is most litigated things in family court should be a little different than this. So family policy, stuff like all companies relating to family needs. So also, if you need your company to have a company manual, employee workbook, employee application to fill out, employee if you need an employee you know, like the document they got to sign when they first join, the employee handbook, any stuff like that. There, if you need any stuff, you can contact us. We'll help you out, get your EIN, your bank account, help you set up your company structure, help you set up everything you need to do to get the company up running. Okay. All right. So now we just show you that. For that, and we just preview that. So we're gonna go back to. Let's go back to find a subject. So let's go to, say for instance, let's go to commercial transactions. Okay, we're just gonna erase that. Oh, okay. Let's go to insurance. And this is where this is why I do my work at right here. So I'm gonna this. And I'm gonna talk for the next time to show you how to get out fraud the child support. Because if you're paying child support, it's probably a fraudulent one. Because it's 40 ministerial capacity. It can be sued like a regular person because it has a number and pay taxes. So it can be sued like a regular person. All right. So as you can see, like I told you before, the man meant to vacate this order that was given to me by someone else who got it to one of the rules. All the case law inside here is all fraud. That means that every single document that's inside this whole list of what they gave me is probably documents I would not use without editing first. If you see them under these like this, that may already been edited. Almost completely deleted and replaced all new stuff. Okay. So that's what we do here. If you the first time here, you like it, this video, subscribe to it, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'm gonna make sure I answer your questions